All right, thank you. Good morning, Dave. You guys faced Liam Peterson last year. What kind of a challenge is he?
Well, he throws extremely hard, and he's got good stuff. Good. They throw a lot of breaking balls as well. So you got velo and off speed coming at us all weekend. Bullpen's got a lot of fuel, a lot of guys that can bring it. They got guys that touching 100 miles an hour, a few of them. So
Mhm.
we've got our hands full. So I guess that's really what we have right now.
He played high school baseball with Hunter Dietz. Did you see him pitch in high school when you guys were looking at Hunter?
Well, we saw him in summer league. We didn't, and he was committed to Florida early. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Are you going to keep the rotation the same this weekend?
yes.
Okay. Just Florida, they lost to Alabama. They got swept last week. They're a really good team. What kind of fight back are you expecting from them?
Oh, a lot. I mean, they shut out Florida State midweek. So Florida State ranked in the top 10, had a great week last week. They've had a couple of really good weeks and came in on Tuesday and Florida, shut them down. So that was midweek guys that could shut down one of the best offenses in the country. So, the SEC, it's just the wild, wild west, man. Anything can happen any weekend. They went into Alabama, who just got swept on the road to open the season in conference, who played outstanding and beat them three times. So yeah, like I said, anything can happen in this league, and I don't expect anything that I know that always happens. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and when you get a chance to win a game, win it.
All right.
Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, Dave, I wanted to ask you about Rutenbar. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the fall, I don't remember him just tearing the cover off the ball. Just what have you seen from him? Maybe did he look like he was better after y'all came back from break, or is he maybe just a gamer type that's just really good in games?
Well, a little bit all of what you just asked. So start with fall ball. I felt like that he had some really good at bats. He was a little out front, more front, really on his front foot too much. I think Coach Thompson and Coach Warnes really worked with him on it, videos, just different things. And he worked on it. He came back after the holidays and he wasn't so far out front and he's getting to, drive the ball a little more. Um, but we always thought he could hit and we loved his compete in the batter's box, so to speak, his toughness. And you're seeing it now. Obviously, we knew he could. It was coming, and we've watched it in practice, and a few scrimmages we had before the regular season opened up. We felt like he was going to help us.
And then with Cahillo, what are you seeing from him lately? Kind of what do you think is behind his struggles lately?
Well, the struggles are he's trying to do too much, and he's not taking what you give him. Just like the other night, second and third, one out, full count. Um, he wasn't going to get a fastball. And he swung at it like he was going to get a fastball, and it was a foot and a half off the plate. No one could hit that pitch, and just trying to drive in those runs instead of letting the next guy do his job when he takes his walk. And that's kind of what I've been seeing. A lot of 3 and 4 pitch at bats with no contact, or first pitch contact, pull side ground ball out front and trying to take it to the game instead of sometimes just letting some things happen and working the count. And, that's usually what you do as you get older. You learn that as a hitter, and that's part of development. And, so he's trying to put up big numbers and he'll be fine. I hope, we had some guys throw live yesterday in practice and first at bat didn't go great. The next 2 or 3 went really good. And then his last at bat, he hit a changeup 440 feet. So it's in there. We need it. And, but sometimes you just have to maybe sit off to the side a little bit and watch, calm down.
Yeah, how do you decide when to do that? Because you've done that with several guys. I mean, Pompey this year, pull them off to the side, let them watch a little bit. You've done it in years past. Kind of, how do you decide when to do that and when to just keep let them work through things?
Well, it depends on who you have, how many guys you got that can either play that position or hitting that spot in the lineup or whatever. Uh, so it's different. But if you got a hot hitter and he can DH too, go with him. Let the other guy relax a little bit. Position player, and you can move them around. You do that, maybe let them swing their way through it. But they also have to show you that they're getting better at the plate. They're changing their approach a little bit. They're making adjustments with two strikes. They're moving up in the box. They're choking up on the bat. Whatever you need them to do, they need to do it. And if you're asking them to do it and they don't do it, then they need to have success. So, uh, yeah, that's kind of where we're at right here. So we're going to keep working and try to get him back in the lineup.
Last one, real quick. With Rutenbar being a lefty and Cahillo being a righty, I mean, do you look at maybe platooning there or no?
Good. Yeah, I mean, it's something definitely thought about. And, Cahill's like 1 for 13, 14, 15 and gets lefties. So right-handed hitter that's not hitting lefties means he's pulling off. Got to stay through the middle of the field, and you usually have better success against lefties. You should be able to see it a little bit better. Should be able to hit the off speed a little better. Now, a good left-handed changeup to a right-hander, that's a tough pitch. But yeah, that's something that we've definitely been looking at.
Tom, jump in. Tom, you there?
His hand's raised.
Matt, you got anything else?
Yeah, I got a couple more. Hey, when you look at maybe put it this way, what kind of scouts like when you look at the rosters and the number of scouts that'll probably be there this weekend, I wonder what you think about just like the overall talent, I guess maybe is what I'm trying to say on the field between these two teams.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of talent on the field just about every time we play somebody in conference play. This weekend, maybe more than a few, but yeah, our guys are heavily scouted. SEC's heavily scouted, and then you bring, guys like Liam Peterson to town and King and Lawson,
Mhm.
along with our guys that are draft eligible. You're going to have uh, some of the higher ups in the organizations in to see guys. It won't just be the area scout. Might be a cross checker, some type of GM, whatever. But it's just part of it. It's a good thing.
With Hunter, I know you guys expected big things from him this year, Dietz. But to see it actually, unfold on the field, and even, he'll have a week where maybe it's not his best, but he bounces back from that. I just wonder what you thought about just the season he's had and his ability to, string together good outings.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with what I've seen. Number one, he's staying healthy. I see a confident pitcher out there. He likes to work fast. He's been throwing a lot of strikes lately. He just comes at you, and he had a little bit of a learning experience a few weeks ago, and he wasn't getting some calls. And I think that it's made him better now, and you got to learn how to fight through that. And last weekend at South Carolina, when he went out of the game, I think we were down a run, and he pitched fantastic, honestly. And so he didn't get a decision, but he definitely gave us a chance to win that game. And we didn't do much offensively until late in the game, and we're very fortunate to win that game. But I like right where he is. It's if you look at his numbers, they're getting better every week. The wins and losses maybe doesn't look like he's done much, but he's really helped us, and he's given us some quality innings and given us some good quality starts.
Is it fair to say he's like having a Friday guy on Saturday?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Friday guy is usually a guy that you want to give you 5, 6+ innings every time out, give you a chance to win, keep your bullpen calm down a little bit. And I feel like that he's done that.
Yeah, I got my mic to work, Dave. So sorry. It was on my phone. New technology for me doing it. But hey, early in the season, Fischer was pitching like a Friday guy. What do you think's impacted his last few starts?
He hasn't commanded the ball like he did the first few weeks. He could pretty much throw his fastball wherever he wanted it, when he wanted it, and maybe a couple other pitches. Might not have them all going that day, but he had 2 to 3 really, really good. We need him to get back to that, and if he can do that, he'll be fine.
All right, Jackson, close it out.
Yeah, Dave, just one from me. Damian Ruiz has kind of been so steady for you guys. Has he lived up to your expectations? And is there anything he's done that's maybe surprised you guys since he's gotten on campus?
Yeah, in the fall, he didn't have a great fall. But what he did in the fall is he got a lot stronger. Now he's everything we could have hoped for, hitting at the top of the order, hopefully being our leadoff man, playing outstanding defense. He's a threat to steal. I think what he's done that we didn't know he could do, and I don't think he did either, is he can hit the ball a long way. I mean, he hit a ball off the middle of the batter's eye against South Carolina, and I think he hit another pull side homer. All of a sudden some of this power is starting to come out. So now he's hitting it over their head a little bit. So it's helped us a lot. And I love having a leadoff guy that can hit a home run. It's nice to have that in there, not just a guy that's just trying to work a walk. If they make a bad pitch, he's got a chance to hit it out of the park.
I know he struggled in the fall, like you said. Were there any indications like, hey, this is a transfer that's going to come in and eventually figure it out?
Yeah, we thought he would. I mean, he hit 380 last year to Division I, and it's not facing SEC conference arms every week, but you're still facing some really good pitchers, especially in these days the teams are just old, and you're facing guys that really know how to pitch, and you're not going to see a lot of guys throwing 98 all the time at a mid-major, but you're still seeing quality 92, 93 mile an hour guys, and he's made some really good adjustments, and he's been a big part of our offensive lineup.
Coach, appreciate that. Oh,
Hey, Dave. Yeah, I did want to ask you about Florida hitters. What do you make of their offensive prowess?
Well, they're a team that they're scary like all of them. I mean, they've hit a lot of doubles, over 50 doubles. They've got in the 30s in home runs. Their part can be jumpy, but it also, the wind can blow in a lot there, especially early. I think the second half of the season is where you start seeing the ball fly in Florida a lot more. Lawson, he may be one of the best or the best hitters in the league because he can hit for average and power. He's a threat to hit the ball. I mean, the kid can hit at 450 feet, and I've seen him do it. So, he's playing shortstop now, which is a prime position, especially for a guy that can hit like that, and that's why he's such a big prospect. So, but they've got other guys. They got 4 or 5 guys hitting over 300, and they'll kind of like us. If you give them a chance to run, they're going to run. They got 32 out of 35 bases, I think, something like that. And they always seem to field the ball pretty well. And it might not have been as well as normal this year, but again, it's still early. Yeah, but they're a dangerous team. They were preseason top 10. It's Florida. There's a lot of great players down there, and they got a really good coaching staff.
Yeah, Sully's such a vet like you. Do you like kicking it around with him when he's up here?
Yeah, I mean, we talk, and it's kind of hard to really say a whole lot. We'll talk probably a little bit, during batting practice on Friday, and then we'll probably talk after the series, either Sunday night or Monday about a lot of things. And but yeah, they're like us. They just play baseball. They don't go crazy. Obviously, if there's an exciting time in the game or a big swing, teams get a little adamant, and that's understandable. But they're not egging it on, so to speak, and trying to irritate you and talking too much. Just kind of play baseball.